This is part 16 of the AS and A-level Java series, and we are going to be looking at the enhanced for loop that is provided by Java. So this kind of loop is specifically designed for iterating through arrays. Basically, that's the whole idea of the enhanced for loop. And let's actually just go ahead and jump into the code so that you can actually see it in action. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to declare a string array called vowels, and I'm actually going to initialize it by giving maybe say A, B, A, E, I. Okay. I think maybe the best way to go about it, because remember we haven't really used characters ever. So let's declare a character array called vowels, and inside of it we are going to put A, E, I, O, then finally U, that is the vowels, right? Then we simply need to iterate, or we simply need to loop through or cycle through the contents of this array. So in order for us to do that, we can make use of the enhanced for loop that comes with Java. So we make use of the for each keyword. Actually, we make use of the for keyword. Then what we do is we specify the type first, which is character. Then we specify the particular the temporal value variable that we need to assign to the current element in that particular array. So we are going to call it letter, and we specify the data structure that we want to iterate over, and in this case we want to iterate over through what? Through the vowels data structure, which is an array that we defined on line number 5 there. I know we haven't touched on arrays, but I thought that since we are looking at looping, we might as well just look at the enhanced for loop so that we know that the chapter on looping is done. Then when we start looking at arrays, and when we start using making use of the enhanced for loop, it won't be a foreign concept, right? It won't be a new concept by then. So we simply want to system .out.println. I can type today. .println. Then we simply want to print the current letter that is contained within the vowels. The vowels data structure or array basically. So I'm just gonna go ahead and run that code, and you realize that we get our vowels printed out one after the other. So that is the enhanced for loop, and it provides for us a way to iterate through data structures like arrays. And just to recap one more time the code on line number 5, we declare a character array, and the way you declare an array in Java is you make use of the type followed by the box brackets like that. Then we give an identifier to that particular data structure or to that particular array, and in this case we call it vowels. Then we assign those values right there within the arrays. So basically the elements within that particular array are just a comma separated list, right? You have a character A separated by a comma, then character E separated from the rest of the other characters by commas, and that's how you declare and initialize your array of characters. Then on line 7 we simply begin the for, the enhanced for loop, and it makes use of the for keyword. Then in the parentheses or in the header we specify the type for the base type for that particular data structure, and the base type is character. So you have the base type which is char. Then letter is going to be the temporary element or the identifier for the current element that we are iterating through the array. Then we put a colon followed by the data structure's name, and in this case our data structure which is the array is called vowels. Then we open the body of the loop. Then within the body, that's where you put the code that you want to execute, and we simply want to print out each letter that is contained within the vowels array of characters. So that's what we're doing there. So that's just about it for this tutorial. I'll see you in the next one.